All right, everybody, so this is our second week of our new learning system, and with this week we're going to be creating a program that is going to be telling jokes. Yes, you guys are going to be able to create your very own dad joke generator. So this is going to go over three different concepts, but first let's set up the new program. So we're going to be in our Invent with Python folder on AWS Educate, and you're going to right click and you're going to open up a new file. This file is going to be called chapter4, and it's going to be jokes, and I'm going to put a 2 there because I've already done this. Alright, so let's open up the new file. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the topics that we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering escape characters, single and double quotes, and then print argument and end parameters. So there's different ways that you can utilize the print statement. We all know that when we have our print statement and it's blank, that it's going to create a new line. Well, when we have our code, we can choose to have single quotes. And when we have single quotes, it's going to print everything inside of the single quotes on a single new line. So this is going to be our first joke line. So this is going to be a goofy joke. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? And then I'm going to put the word input. The word input, you need when you want to have an enter be pressed. Take off caps lock, and I'm going to print the actual punchline, and it's going to be frostbite, and then we're going to print an empty line. So this is our first joke. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Input, and then you get frostbite, and then you are going to print an empty line. So let's print this out. I'm going to bring this up to show you guys what it looks like. So notice that it looks like I can type in stuff. I don't want to type in anything here. I just want to press enter, and it puts out the punchline. And so at this point, I want you guys to create. I'm going to bring in your example. So you're going to create another joke right here, okay? Create a basic joke right here. All right. Once you have created your basic joke and you printed it out, we're going to come back. All right. So you guys have created your new joke. All right. So we're going to go to our next joke. This is going to be another print statement. So it's going to be, what do dentists call an astronaut's? Now this has a little bit of a different style. This has an escape key. The escape key allows there to be an apostrophe. So anything after this slash is still going to be printed. And it's still going to have the proper spacing. So it's going to be, what do dentists call an astronaut's cavity? We're going to have input for an empty line by pressing the enter key. Here's our answer, and it's a black hole. And then we're going to print an empty line. So I'm going to save that. What do dentists call an astronaut's cavity? A black hole. So what I want you guys to create now is I want you to create a joke that has some type of possession. So create a joke that uses an apostrophe, like the example above. Okay, so some type of possession. Okay, so the cavity belongs to the astronaut. All right, once you do that, we're going to come back to our next example. Okay, so for this example, we're going to create a knock-knock joke. So we're going to print knock, knock, and make sure that you put in input. And we're going to print who's there. Now remember, we need what to go right here? We need an escape character. The escape character is going to be the always trying to remember which slash that is. I believe it is a it's a backslash. Now, do you see how there's too many apostrophes here? So I'm just going to use double quotes instead. Okay, you can't have too many apostrophes, but I can use quotes. So this is the double quotes, and then I can use the single apostrophe. You have to have the same amount of apostrophes or quotes to match. So there was 3 there, and unfortunately, that doesn't and did not work. So I went into my print statement and changed it to have double quotes, the apostrophe, and then the double quotes. We're going to have an input here. Then we're going to print our answer to our joke, interpreting, so interrupting cow. So interrupting cow, because that's funny. And now we're going to have the interruption. Okay, and the interruption is going to have double quotes. So interrupting cow and it's going to be who moo is going to be the joke. And I'm going to use a comma, and I'm going to have the word and here. And for this, it's going to be 2 single quotes at the very end. Okay, so it's going to be interrupting cow, who, W-H, and then it's going to be an apostrophe. And then we're going to finish this out with the next print line. And you might be like, well, why did we need that? Well, I'll explain that in a little bit. So we're going to run that, and it's going to have all 3 jokes. So who's knock knock, who's there? Interrupting cow, who moo? Okay, because the cow interrupted. That's really funny. Ha ha ha. Nice little dad joke there. So the reason that the escape key works is because of this line. Okay, so on line 28, we have this logic going on. So the blank string passed to print is called the keyword argument. So this is the keyword argument. The end in end, and then the single quotes, is called the keyword parameter. To pass a keyword argument to this keyword parameter, you must type end before it. So moo, print moo, is the keyword argument for the keyword parameter. So it's going to be on one singular line. So this is a really funny way that we can have still on the same line and look like the cow interrupted the joke. All right, so for the next 3 questions, okay, which you guys are going to now answer on your document, I want you guys to tell 3 different jokes. The first one is going to be using the escape tab. The second one is going to be using the new line tab, new line, escape new line. And then the last one is going to be a knock-knock joke, and you're going to use the end keyword, just like how we had interrupting cow. I want you to find a knock-knock joke that also gets interrupted. Okay, so you can show me that you understand these 3 styles. So this is a new escape key. This is a new escape key. So this is using something, and this is using something. And you guys can use the link inside the document to follow along. But these are going to be the 3 screenshots that you're going to need for completion for this project. If you guys have any questions, don't feel afraid to email me. And good luck. This is due at the end of tonight.